Hi, in this short video, I'd like to show you how all embryos in an IVF lab are destroyed. Every couple's greatest hope is to have a baby, and there are a growing number of millions of IVF cases worldwide, and around 1 million baby is delivered every year all over the world through IVF and ICSI. And IVF labs have a crucial role in the success of IVF and ICSI. And recently, an American court mentioned that embryos created through IVF ICSI should be considered children. So we have to respect these embryos. We have to preserve these embryos and give them the best chance of life. And of course, ladies suffer too much in every trial of IVF or ICSI, and doctors, on the other hand, do their best to achieve the best results. And here is an example of a well-equipped, legally registered IVF lab harboring about 5,000 embryos waiting for transfer. And all of a sudden, the criminal troops bombed this lab, particularly the embryology lab where cryopreservation tanks are present. All of them were destroyed. The whole IVF center has been destroyed, and of course the lab has been destroyed, and the nitrogen tanks were destroyed at the same time. These are photos of the IVF center after destruction by the criminal troops. The media covered this topic, but it has not been well distributed all over the world. Here is an example of some of the media mentioning about this catastrophe which occurred in December 2024. And here is the Dr. Bahauddin, founder of this IVF center.
4,000 embryos, potential lives, destroyed by a single Israeli strike, taking with it the hopes of hundreds of Palestinians. Najwa Abu Hamada is one of them, but this isn't the first time Israel's war has caused her great suffering.
I had my son Khalil after 12 years of IVF trials, and he was my hope in this life. He was my whole life, especially since I lost my mother when I was pregnant with Khalil. Israel took him away from me, along with my hope.
Like Najwa, many at Al Basma IVF Center had received years of physically and psychologically draining treatment, a process where time is a privilege. Dr. Bahauddin Galyini, who founded the clinic and is now on his way to Egypt to help others struggling with infertility, told us for many it was their last chance.
About half of them will never have children again. It was the worst time for me to tell them, sorry, your embryos are lost. As if you say to someone, sorry, tomorrow you will die. I would think maybe this can resemble it.
An additional 1,000 specimens of sperm and unfertilized eggs were destroyed in that same Israeli strike, an example of the unseen toll of Israel's military assault. Najwa left Gaza and is now seeking treatment in Qatar, but says it's clear Israel doesn't want Palestinians to exist.
5,000 dreams, 5,000 hopes of motherhood. Of course, this is part of the occupation scheme. They do not want to see any newborns in Gaza. They want to kill all the children.
The pain of loss is everywhere you look in Gaza.
So now the question, where are the humanity organizations? Where are the infertility and IVF societies like the European Society of Human Reproduction and Embryology, ISHRI? Where is the Middle East Fertility Society, MIFS? And where is the American Society of Reproductive Medicine? All of them are silent. They are not covering this topic. They are not highlighting the importance of embryos, and they are potentially children, and the court mentioned them that they are children and should be preserved. Where are human rights organizations? Where are the United Nations? All of them are dead silent. Why? Because they are not so strong to protect the human being rights and the infertility patients and their hope to have a baby. So the message of this short presentation is that IVF and infertility doctors all over the world should raise their crime and write to fertility organizations to take action against these criminal troops. IVF and infertility doctors all over the world should try to compensate those poor patients and to help them to have a new hope. And lastly, the IVF and infertility doctors all over the world should mention this crime and include it as the worst IVF catastrophe all over the world. Thank you.